So it's actually been a while since I've given Forza any limelight on this channel. And to be honest, I guess I've just been having fun playing GTA and Need for Speed and other games, so I just haven't given it that much attention. But with the upcoming of Forza Horizon 3, I can't not make a video on it. I can't not give it some attention. Now, I've said this previously, I'm not an information channel, I'm not a news channel, and I don't desire making videos just because, oh, it's the hype or whatever. No, I don't enjoy doing that. I don't like forcing myself to make videos. So every time something new comes out about Horizon, I'm not going to cover every single aspect unless it actually interests me. So when it was announced a couple of weeks ago at E3, the hype was real. I'm genuinely very interested in Horizon, so I'm going to make videos on it. So I did. I think I made 3 or 4 maybe on the map and leaks that came out in the following days. I gave my opinion on the trailer and whatever. So I did that. Whatever. I've done that, and I didn't feel like any other videos needed to be made after. So everyone's been making videos about the car lists that have been coming out, and I do have an opinion on them, and I do think that, you know, maybe I'll make a video on the final car list when it's all released, but I'm not going to go through every single car or the variations of the cars. I'm going to talk about something that has piqued my interest about the car lists that have been released and specific cars that have come out with it that could lead on to other things and speculate to other topics. And I'm not sure if it's been overlooked. I'm not sure if someone else has mentioned this, but I've seen something that is pretty goddamn interesting and could affect the game as a whole. So with the first batch of cars, so that was 150 cars that were released last week, there's some cars in there that are pretty goddamn interesting. Now, we know Forza Horizon 3 is an open world racing game. So as you all probably know, actual racing cars have been announced, which I was genuinely shocked at when I read. I had to like take a second look. I had to do some Googling and stuff. I was like, wait, what? They're actually putting racing cars in the game this time. I find that extremely interesting, because why would they just put racing cars on an open road unless there was racing tracks on the game? And that had me thinking. That's what sparked my hype again. I really do think there's a high possibility that we could be seeing some famous Aussie tracks on Forza Horizon 3. So going back to the Motorsport series, on 5 and 6 there is an Australian racing track called Bathurst, and there is a high possibility that that track might be on Horizon 3. It would make perfect sense. It would balance having racing cars on the game. It would also allow game modes such as, you know, time attacks and just genuine racing activities on the track. It would add a mad element to the Horizon series that we've never seen before. So personally, I really want to see a racetrack, even if it's not Bathurst and it's just made up racetracks. I don't care. I would love to see some tracks on Horizon 3. Can you guys remember Test Drive Unlimited and how they did it? They had racetracks on their game, which we can also see on The Crew, which I think they kind of implemented what they did in Test Drive and kind of did it in The Crew. It's really interesting, because if they do put a racetrack in Horizon 3, that's going to add so much more playing time. I know I'll spend a lot of time racing around tracks. I know I would spend a lot of time tuning, because that's obviously going to be an element in Horizon 3. It's kind of crazy to think about how big Horizon 3 is actually going to be compared to the last 2 games. I mean, with the map being so big, with the car list being so big at launch, it's kind of hard to fault the game, really. I'm finding it extremely hard to criticize anything that they're doing at this point. But, you know, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to prejudge or anything. I'm going to, you know, keep my guard up. We may have some fuck ups, but I can't judge yet. I haven't played the game. So I'm going to end it right here. I just wanted to get my my kind of thoughts about what's going on with the game out there. Like I said before, you know, I don't really like just making videos on a list. I think it's quite boring. Kind of like to have something to actually talk about, and I feel like the tracks being in the game, about that being a possibility, it's kind of interesting. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's possible, or do you think I'm talking out of my anus? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, make sure you like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you all in the next installment. Thanks for watching, guys.